Sweep the leg.
What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here, Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, episode number 8, I do believe. Would you take a look at this? We've got a story mission car that we are going to start out with. In the last episode, we talked about this, and it looks like Johnny Johnson ripped some kid off and bought this Nissan Skyline from him. Kid didn't know what he had, and the car is a hunk of crap. So we're going to have to go in here and get all of the pieces and parts that are not discovered and fix them. We're also going to have to replace some of the body parts, change the oil, and do some other fluid maintenance. And I tell you what, we can do it, because here at Route 66 Auto, that's what we're all about, is doing it. Tell you what, the wheels are looking good. The thing needs a bath, so maybe we should get it over to the car wash, get some of the dirt off, and then we know what we're working with. But look, first things first, we have 971 experience points. We only need 4 more experience points to get to level 11. We're going to get there right now by examining the car. It's probably going to give us 60 to 75 experience points right here. Oh, and there we go. We've reached level 11, and that is awesome. We're going to go into the toolbox and let's see how many points we get. And hopefully at some point in the next episode or two, we're going to go up the Renovator skill tree. And that way we can start fixing body parts and fixing other kinds of mechanical parts. And when we bring the cars in from the junkyard, we can make a lot more money. Also, a couple other things we're going to explore in today's episode. We're going to look in the toolbox and see what other kinds of things we can buy. I think there's an option to buy a ladder, which you can customize the look of your shop, and that's kind of cool. Everybody loves to do that. There's also an option for a paint booth, a paint spray booth, so we can paint our cars. And I think we're going to look into buying the brake lathe. It's a machine to help fix the brakes, so you don't always have to go out and buy them. All right, we're all done examination mode. We got 76 experience points for that. Let's go ahead over to the car wash. All right, now we are in the car wash. Got to go ahead and get some of the dirt off of this thing. And there it is. Oh my God. This car needs a lot of work. Holy crap. Boy, he wasn't kidding. The kid he bought this from did not take care of it. Let's go ahead and wash the inside. I mean, geez, look at this thing. Well, thank God he ripped the kid off. This is a beautiful car. It should not look like this. Let's go ahead and move it into the shop and get into this episode. This is going to be exciting. All right, this is probably the biggest job that we faced so far in the series. And if you are liking this series, don't forget, ask yourself the question of the day. Are you subscribed to the channel? If the answer is no, stop what you're doing right now. Subscribe to the channel. What the hell are you waiting for? All right, let's take the wheels off first so we can really get in there and look and see what's going on. And look, while you're at it, hit the like button. I don't care if you don't like the video, you gotta hit it. It's part of YouTube rules. And leave your comments down below. Doesn't even matter what you say. Hey, you know what else you should do? You should hit that bell notification so you're notified of all the new content coming out. All right, wheels and tires are looking pretty good, but this engine is not. And take a look, just by examining the car, we did find some of those parts and pieces that need to be replaced. Of course, there are a lot of parts that have not yet been discovered, but we'll discover them once we get in there. I feel like the first thing we're gonna do is get into the engine and the suspension and figure out what we gotta do. But before we do that, let's go over to the toolbox, see what kind of goodies we have. All right, we got 4 available skill points. I tell you what, to get to the last level of the Renovator perk, it's going to take 6 skill points. And man, I really think that we should hold off. Get 1 more level. Once we get to level 12, we'll be able to get the last level of the Renovator perk, and we are going to start churning money like it's butter. And I don't even know what that means. All right, taking a look at the things we could buy. I think the brake lathe is a great option. It's only $1,750. We are going to go and buy that. We also have the option to buy this engine crane thing that helps take the engines out. We can actually build engines on the crane thing without having to go looking around in the engine compartment in the car. So aesthetically, it's a lot easier. So let's spend the $2,000 and go ahead and buy this. All right, there we go. That's purchased. Now the paint shop, $15,000. That's a lot of money. Maybe after this job, depending on how much we get paid, we can go ahead and buy that. Salvaging, I really am not sure what salvaging does, but we're going to figure that out at some point. And the warehouse here, it's only 750 credits. It expands our garage and allows us to store some spare parts. And that's going to be pretty cool. I mean, look, it's only 750 bucks. Let's go ahead and buy that too. Bam. All right. Look, we're on a shopping spree here at Route 66 Motors. We've got the customization for $1,000. I tell you what, that's pretty cool. We're gonna go and buy that too. The test path and the dyno are really important things. Don't know that we're gonna spend the money on them right now. Paint shop is also really, really cool. We're gonna have to make another run to the junkyard so that we can get our pockets full of cash, and then we can buy the paint shop and some of these other things. But for right now, that is all we're gonna buy. All right, let's get into this engine. We're gonna run our test, see if there's any more experience points we can pull from this. And there are. And also try and find some of the parts not discovered. But it looks like everything so far is good in the electronics department. Except for the battery. Whoa, look at that, 1%. Oh man, that is gonna need to be fixed. All right, let's try the compression tester, but the engine can't be started, so that is not gonna work. The fuel pressure test is also not gonna work because the engine can't be started. So let's check the OBD scanner and see if we can get some extra experience points and stuff like that. So far, we're finding some ignition coils and spark plugs that need to be replaced, and we're getting some experience. There we go, look at that. Boy, this engine is in sad shape. All right, we got some additional experience points. I tell you what, we bought this new little engine crane. We can go ahead and move it over to the car lift. We can get under here and we can actually take the engine out of the whole car. Boy, I tell you, that's exciting. Let's lift the car up so we can undo the engine from the gearbox. Here we go, up and away. All right, taking a look at the engine, the only thing we gotta do, we gotta get this gearbox unhooked, which means we got to pull the starter off. All right, here we go. Starter's coming off. And we can't take the gearbox off until we take the drive shaft off. So let's go ahead and take that off. Uh-oh. It's our first stuck nut of the episode. And you know what we got to do.
Move it up.
All right, the drive shaft is off. Let's take this gearbox off. A couple of screws there. And there it is. Now the engine can come out. And this is pretty exciting. Let's lower the car down and get that engine out of here. All right, here we go. Pull out. I mean, sometimes you got to. And right now, we got to pull the engine out of the car. Oh, we got to drain the oil before taking the engine out. Okay, look, rookie mistakes here. We're new here at Route 66 Auto. We're going to make some mistakes. Let's go ahead and get that oil out of here. All right, draining out the oil, and there it comes. Boy, that is just nasty looking. And let's put this thing away. All right, car's coming back down. Let's get this engine out. All right, the engine is out. Look at that. The engine is completely out of the car, and that is pretty cool. Now we go into this little extra section. Look at all this highlighted stuff. This is all the stuff we just bought. We just bought this brake lathe, which is pretty cool. You can put your brakes on here when you pull them off the car. And this back here, open this door. Look, here is our warehouse. We can store all kinds of parts and pieces. For example, all of the seats that we pick up, we can move these seats into the storage area, and that way they're not cluttering up our inventory here, and that is pretty cool. All right, sorting through my inventory, when I was just doing that, I realized I have a lot of stuff that I have not sold yet, and I also have some crates. I've got like 6 crates here. I totally forgot we can open these. You get these crates from doing all the jobs. Let's go ahead and open these. There's bound to be lots of good stuff in here. All right, bam, our first crate. Let's go ahead and pick 2 cards. 1 and 2. All right, there we go. Got some bonus stuff. Opening crate number 2. Let's go ahead and pick 2 different cards. All right, there we go. Credits and salvage. And look, a rare achievement. Scraps are my obsession. Earn 2,000 scraps. All right, opening crate number 3. Let's pick some different ones. Oh, we got a bonus crate and some more credits. All right, here we go. Next crate. I mean, we are on a roll. The cool thing would be to find a barn map. Here we go, another crate. Bonus salvage. That's always good. Opening the next crate. Just randomly picking cards, and boy, we are getting some extra crates here. Some bonus experience points, that's always good. Here's another crate. Let's pick these 2 cards. More experience points and another case. Here we go. I mean, we are just on a hot streak here. There we go, a barn location map. That's what we're looking for. And another crate. Tell you what, if we keep getting these crates, this could be the whole episode, just opening crates. Oh my God, another bonus crate. And some more credits. All right, yet another crate. Let's just keep opening these things. Oh my God, we're gonna get a bonus crate every time, I feel like. All right, here we go. Another bonus crate. I tell you what, maybe I should open these off camera and then come back, because this could take all episode. Oh, here we go. Another barn location map. That is pretty cool. We've only got 3 crates left. Oh, there we go. Another barn location map and another crate. Oh my God. All right, last crate. Here we go. What are we gonna get? We've got some bonus credits and another crate. All right, now it's the last crate. And boy, isn't this exciting. Let's go ahead and pick another card and it's another crate. Okay, this has got to be the last one. Here we go. Experience points. And credits, there we go. That's the last crate that we have. Thank the Lord Jesus. All right, here's our barn location maps. Let's go ahead and add these to our map. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and we're up to level 13 now. I don't know how that happened. We got a lot of experience points. Let's go over to the toolbox. And now we have 12 skill points available. Holy crap. We can get this Renovator perk. Let's go ahead and do that. Bam! Oh my God, the Renovator perk. Now we still have 6 skill points to use. All right, let's go ahead and come up this tree here so that stuff doesn't cost as much. Oh, there we go. Look at us. We got discount on parts. Once we get enough cars and we start filling up our parking alley, the next parking alley doesn't cost as much. We've got a full Renovator skill tree open up here, and this is awesome. We still have 1 skill point left, and we're going to save that because we want this next perk in this tree, Good Judgment. It gives us the ability to inspect the value of a car at the junkyard and the auctions before we buy it, and that's going to help us out a lot so we don't get burned. Okay, man, a lot happening in this episode so far. We forgot about the story mission car. We got the engine. Let's go ahead and put it on this little engine stand. All right, there's the engine that we pulled out. We put it on the stand. Much easier to work with here. And let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, first things first, starting off with the top of this engine, we have got a bad throttle, and that is gonna have to go bye-bye. All right, we gotta take this intake manifold off, but there's something in the way, it's the fuel rail. All right, now we can take the intake manifold off, and that's bad, that's gonna have to be replaced. All right, intake manifold is off, and let's take the coils cover off. That looks pretty nasty too. All right, taking that off, that's gonna have to be replaced. Now this thing, the engine head cover, looks like that's gotta be replaced too. All right, this is coming off. Now taking a look in here, we got this camshaft, and that's definitely gonna need to be replaced. But before we get that out, we gotta take all these little camshaft caps off. All right, last camshaft cap coming off. And now we can get this camshaft out of here. Actually, we can't. Oh, we got to get all the stuff off the front of the engine before we can get the camshaft out. And that's fine, because a lot of the stuff needs to be replaced too. All right, we're going to rip everything off of the front of this engine. And as it comes off, if it needs to be replaced, we're going to make a note of it and then replace it when we put everything back together. So basically, we got to tear apart almost this entire engine here. All right, taking the timing cover off. All right, we are working through here. Lots of stuff has to come off at the front of this. I mean, let's just take this alternator off too while we're at it. It's a big job here for us, and hopefully this job is gonna pay well. All right, the last of the timing cover's coming off. Now we've exposed the gears and this last belt. Gonna take this idle roller off, and then we can get this serpentine belt off. And really what we're looking to do is get this cam gear off over here. And then once that's off, we can get this camshaft out. All right, there we go. Bad camshaft is out. I'm not sure what the other camshaft looks like because we haven't removed this cover. So let's go ahead and take this engine head cover off. All right, that engine head cover is off, and it looks to me like this camshaft is pretty good. All right, taking a look at these ignition coils. It looks like a couple of them are bad. Let's go ahead and take these out. I know the spark plugs need to be replaced, and they're right here underneath. So we're going to take all the ignition coils out and all the spark plugs out. All right, and even if these spark plugs are okay, we're still going to replace them. We're going to replace all the spark plugs. It's a free service we do here at Route 66 Auto. I mean, spark plugs are literally like $6 a piece. All right, now we could go in here further and get to the pistons and stuff, but I don't know if we need to. Let's go back and check the status of the car and see what exactly we need to be fixing. All right, ignition coils are in there, spark plugs, power steering. It looks like we've got all of the pieces identified, so we don't really need to go digging around in the engine any further. Belt tensioner, camshaft, coils cover, all this stuff we've already gotten to. Intake manifold, radiator fan, I mean all of this stuff, serpentine belts, I mean it's all there. So we've taken the engine as far apart as we need to. Let's get this oil filter out of here. Yeesh, look at that. All right, now if we had one of the repair tables, we could repair the pieces that we took off. All right, I forgot to add all the stuff to the shopping list as I was taking it off, so we'll just buy it as we're putting it back together. We know we're going to need a new camshaft, and there it is. Let's go ahead and buy that. All right, new camshaft is in. Let's put these clips back on. I tell you what, some of these camshaft clips were a little shoddy, so we are going to replace these last three. They're only a couple bucks a piece. So I figure, why the hell not? Another service we do here at Route 66 Auto. And we won't even upcharge them that much. I tell you what, one of the things we could do too for our customers, we could go into the tuning shop, which are more performance-based parts, and we could buy tuning spark plugs to give the guy a little bit more horsepower. I mean, they cost a little bit more, but it's worth it. Bam, there we go. Another free service here at Route 66 Auto. Putting in really nice spark plugs that are going to give this guy a little bit extra pep in his step when he's driving the car around. All right, there we go. Spark plugs are in. Let's go with these ignition coils. Our ignition coils under the electronics section. I think there were 3 of them that were bad. Let's go ahead and replace these. I think this one was bad. And I think this one might have been bad. And I think this one. I don't know. Sometimes this game's funny. Well, look, I tell you what. We're going to spend a couple extra bucks. And we are just going to give him all new ignition coils too. Perhaps we'll get some more money when we give the car back if we've done a little bit of extra work. All right, we need a new ignition head cover B. Going to go ahead and buy that and put that back on. There we go. Let's bolt it back in. And that looks pretty good. Now we need the head cover on the other side. Let's go ahead and buy that and put it back on right here. All right, screwing it in. All right, we know we needed a new oil filter, so let's go ahead and buy that, put that back on. There we go, ba-bam. All right, now we gotta put the front of this thing back together. And cam gear looks okay. Anything that we find that's not okay, we're just gonna get and replace. Serpentine belt A, 69%. Oh man. Let's go ahead and put it back on. I think 69% is okay. All right, timing cover A, 72%, that's pretty good. All right, coils cover A, that needs to be replaced. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the shopping list, go into the tablet, coils cover A, buy it, and let's put it on. All right, continuing with the front, the water pump pulley, 75%, good enough. I'm pretty sure the alternator was good, 69%. So we're going to put that back on. Little idle rollers, they're all good. Timing cover B, 72%, we can put that back on. Oh, power steering pump at 1%, that's not going to function. Let's add that to the shopping list. Go ahead and buy it on the tablet. There it is. Bam. All right, putting that back in place. All right, crankshaft pulley. That was looking pretty good. And now we got this other serpentine belt. All right, this one needs to be replaced. Let's go ahead back into the tablet, pick up a new belt, and put it back on. All right, there we go. Serpentine belt is done. The belt tensioner, 9%. We're gonna have to replace that. All right, here's a new one. Pick it up, 40 bucks. Let's put it back on. All right, there we go. Now the radiator fan, I'm pretty sure that had to be replaced too. And yep, sure does. There we go, 216 bucks for that. And let's go ahead and slide that thing back on. Screw it in. All right, looks like that's the front of the engine here. Now we'll come around to the intake manifold. Pretty sure that thing had to be replaced. Let's go ahead and buy a new one there. Nice and shiny. All right, the fuel rail. Now I think that was pretty good. It is 68%. It's good enough for me. Put that back on. Now this throttle, pretty sure that was bad too. And yep, 14% ain't gonna cut it. Tell you what, let's go into this tuning shop And we're gonna buy a really nice throttle here. A little bit of extra money, but again, it'll give him a little bit of an extra pep in his step. I'm sure the customer's gonna appreciate that. Let's screw it in. All right, there we go. Looking pretty nice. Let's check the list and see if we missed anything. All right, belt tensioner, camshaft, coils cover, engine head cover, ignition coils, 3 of those, the intake manifold, the oil filter, power steering pump, radiator fan, serpentine belt B, spark plugs, the throttle. We got all that stuff. Everything else I think is suspension related, and the battery. Let's go ahead and take this engine back. There we go. We're taking the engine. Let's put it back into the car. And now we can check, and we got all the green check marks here except for the rear drive axles, wheel hub bearings, and the battery. And that's all stuff that we can get into right now. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. All right, let's get this battery out of here. Hey, you know, we did buy a battery charger. It's sitting right over here. Let's go ahead and put the battery on. It's 1%. Wonder how long it's going to take to charge. I don't know. We'll come back and check on it later. All right, which wheel hub bearings need to be replaced? Let's go ahead and highlight them in blue. We know the rear drive axles are in the rear. And let's take a look back here. And it looks like the wheel hub bearings that are highlighted in blue are also in the rear. Let's go ahead and unhighlight them. We don't need to see them anymore. All right, let's take this back suspension apart, get in here, and replace some of these parts. All right, here it is. Rear drive axle, add it to the shopping list. And we'll take it apart. And then this wheel hub bearing also needs to be replaced. We'll add that to the shopping list and take that out. All right, wheel hub bearing, we're gonna need 2 of those. Let's go ahead and buy that. And then the rear drive axle, we're gonna need 2 of those. So let's go ahead and buy those. And let's put this thing back together a little bit. All right, rear drive axle has been replaced on that side with the rear wheel hub. Now we gotta do the same for this side. All right, taking off the brakes, let's get in here. Rear drive axle, come on out. And that rear wheel hub bearing, let's go ahead and replace these with the new ones. Here's one, and here is the drive axle. Screw it in. All right, we can go ahead and put the brake discs back on, put the calipers and the brake pads back on, because I'm pretty sure that's everything that needed to be replaced back here. All right, putting these brake discs, pads, and calipers back on. Then we're gonna go check the battery, see if it's ready, and we can throw that back in. All right, looks like the battery is ready. Let's go ahead and take it off. And now we can put the battery back in the engine. Here we go, battery's going back in. 100%, look at that, that is awesome. I tell you what, while we're in here, let's go ahead and drain some of the fluids out and replace those, because you know we gotta do that anyway. And now we can go ahead and fill this stuff back up. All right, everything but the oil is back in. Just making sure we got all the green check marks here, and we are good to go to the body parts. Bumpers, doors, windows, fenders, license plates, you name it, we gotta fix it. I mean, pretty much it's the whole car. All right, here's where Mr. Welder comes in. Let's go ahead and move the welder over, and let's use the welder and see if that helps. $1,000. It's gonna be good. While taking a look at the status of the car, it didn't do anything for these pieces, but that's fine. We just spent $1,000 probably on nothing. All right, starting at the back, let's just rip all this stuff out. All right, now one of the things we can do is go into the body tuning shop. This has some really cool extra little body parts, and the SKYLINE is right here. So we could buy some extra special tail lights and a trunk, just some flair for the customer. I'm not sure if it's worth it to spend the extra money. So let's just go ahead and buy the normal stuff here. God, thank God we got some money in the bank. This is costing us a crap ton of money. Basically, we got to spend our money to make money. And let's put these taillights in. Boy, this car is a piece of artwork, I tell you. I love these cars. All right, the license plate we're going to worry about later. Let's go around to the front of the car and let's get the front taken care of. All right, I probably forgot something, and we'll figure it out when we're putting this car back together. Don't know that I bought the fenders. No, I didn't. Down to $9,000, so this job is costing us a lot, and hopefully we get paid pretty well from it. All right, we got to change the oil, and that's it. Change the oil and license plates. That's the only thing we got to do, and then we're going to put the wheels back on. There we go. We got a Route 66 Auto license plate. Custom plates here at Route 66 Auto. I mean, we take care of the licensing fees with the MBA, and everybody will know you got your car done at Route 66. Oh God, looks like that right front fender does need to be replaced. Ah, son of a gun. This is another thing where if we had the repair table in this room where we could repair body parts, we could have just pulled all these things off, repaired them, and put them back on. But because we don't have that yet, we got to go into the tablet and buy the pieces. It just costs us a little bit more money. All right, there it is. The car is done. We got to change the oil. Actually, we already got the oil out of it. We just need to put new oil into it. All right, here we go. I'm going to see how much we get paid for this job. I didn't keep track of how much money we had before we started the job. It'll be interesting to see how much money we have now that the job has been completed. All we got to do is put back on these tires and wheels, and we are rocking. All right, wheels are back on. The hood is closed. Taking a look at the status. Everything is done. Let's go ahead and finish the job and see how much money we get. Uh-oh, the gearbox is missing from the car. Oh, whoops. Okay. One thing that I forgot to do is put the gearbox and the drive shaft back on when we put the engine back in. No, this car is going nowhere without those pieces. $22,000 we got paid for that job. We now have 30,622 credits. Pretty sure that's a lot more than what we started with at the beginning of this episode, and that is awesome. And that also includes us buying some of these things. So we definitely made some money with that job, and man, that was our biggest job yet. And I tell you what, now we're gonna look at buying the workbench and the body repair station because it's going to allow us to fix body parts and pieces. Let's go ahead and buy both of these. There's the body repair station, and there is the workbench. And we still have $26,000 left. And the next thing on the radar, I think, should be the paint shop. All right, that job was fun and exciting. And here is some more that we can pick from. The next story mission, it looks like it's a BMW. And we're gonna have to fix body parts, change oil. And it looks like we're gonna have to paint it. So I'm not sure if we can complete that yet. We're gonna have to go to the junkyard and pick up a car or two, flip them around, get some extra cash, and then buy the paint booth. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at these repair tables. Here's the body repair table. Over here is another repair table. And what happens is when you pull the pieces and parts off a car, you can go into this repair table. Like here's all the SKYLINE pieces I just pulled off. Let's try and repair them. Now, this takes a little bit of practice, but once you get into a rhythm, it's actually pretty easy to repair these. All right, here we go. Boy, we are going good here. Success, and it's really not that difficult. Occasionally, you're gonna fail one, and that's fine. Because the amount of money that you're gonna make from the repaired versus the fails, it's definitely worth it. All right, there we go. All of the body parts we had in our inventory have been fixed. Now let's go over to the repair table for the parts. Oh, there we go. That one was a tough one. But you just sort of get into a rhythm with this. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. And you get the timing down, and it's not that difficult. Oh, there's a fail. Whoops. Sorry, we can make up for it right there. Bam. The cool thing with going to the junkyard now, we can start to find rims that need to be fixed. We can bring those back and fix them up and sell them for a lot of money. We are going to start making bank here, and we're really going to get into it in the next episode. And the other thing we're going to do in the next episode, we're going to customize the shop. We're going to pick a paint job scheme for the outside. And this is becoming exciting. Route 66 Auto, we are starting to turn into an enterprise, and we are going to expand. We're going to be all over the country, and people are going to be talking about Route 66 Auto. We're not even going to be stuck on Route 66 here. We're going to be in big cities: New York, Boston, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Seattle, Washington, Baltimore, Maryland. home of the best NFL franchise in the world, the Baltimore Ravens, just saying. So in the next episode, we are going to go back to the junkyard, buy some junkers. We're going to flip them around. We need to make $10,000 profit so we can buy the paint shop. Then we'll get into the next mission car. We will do that. We will paint it. We'll make the customer happy. We're going to continue to make customers happy because that's what we do. I mean, hell, we've got snacks and free Wi-Fi here at Route 66 Auto. So thanks for watching the video. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, do all the things you got to do. I mean, you know what you got to do, just do it. But most importantly, thank you guys for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. And we're going to see you right back here in the next video.